Hi, Michael. Thank you for joining us. Michael's from Beans. He's one of our referral partners. And we wanted to talk to him today about how he's found Unleashed and, how things are going generally in the industry.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, great. So, Michael, tell me a bit about your business. What does your day-to-day look like?
Yeah, so we first started Beans back in 2014. That was myself and my business partner, Tony. And so we first started with a very small team, and we've grown now. We've got about 23 people in the business now. We're a completely online accounting firm with a big predominant team in the Philippines. So yeah, we've got really systemized processes. We use Xero primarily for the accounting software. And then we have some really good add-on softwares like Unleashed that specialize in particular fields.
Yeah, so that brings me to my next question, which is why did you choose to become a referral partner for
Yeah.
Unleashed?
Yeah, well, we've always had an interest in trying to find the best add-on software to Xero, because Xero obviously is a very good core accounting system, but it's not a specialist in all the different areas you need. So we had some clients in like the manufacturing industry, for example, that wanted to have better stock management processes and get a real true cost of stock. So we started looking for inventory management programs, and we came across Unleashed. And Unleashed was by far the best for our manufacturing clients, and also for our warehousing clients. It just seemed to cover all the different bases, whether that be quite a simple warehousing business or a business that had raw materials and was actually, manufacturing and needing to track all the different components.
Yes, Unleashed does have very good manufacturing capabilities for sure. And what do you see your role as a referral partner?
Yeah, I think that I see our role as a referral partner as being someone who understands the technology and understands how the software can fit particular business owners. So not everyone is particularly aware of what options are out there. So I see our role as to understand what options are available, and in that way we can try and tailor that to suit the different businesses that might need it. And then also to help with the transition of new software. So if, for example, someone wants to use Unleashed and it suits their business, we'll help make that process as seamless as possible, working with the owners and as well as the Unleashed team too, to make sure that like the practical side of it, like starting to use Unleashed for, managing stock and invoicing is all set up nice and easy.
Yeah, that's great. And what industries do you focus on with regards to Unleashed specifically?
Yeah, so I mentioned before we do manufacturing clients.
Yes.
So obviously clients that are manufacturing is one of them, but also clients that have, a fixed product that they're selling from like a warehouse location. That's also another really good fit that we use. So we've got clients that are in, the pool industry, so selling pool pumps, selling chemicals, all those pool related products. They also have an online store as well. So that's worked really well for them too. And then there's been other industries that have worked really well for Unleashed too. But yeah, predominantly for us have been warehousing products and manufacturing.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that on your website too, that
Yeah.
your focus is Unleashed on manufacturing as well. And then what would you say are the main challenges facing manufacturers right now? What do you see from your customers?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest ones of recent times has been the rising cost of raw materials. So, and also the supply. So being able to try and get the raw materials, like for example, we've had one of our clients that in the pool business, for example, they've really struggled to get salt and basic chlorine. So things like this that and other raw materials. Like we have a client that manufactures paint and all the different components of paint that they have to bring in, or little things like paint buckets, for example. So they can't get enough actual buckets in. So I think the supply and the cost factors have been a challenge for them. They've also had to pass on the increase in the raw materials cost to clients. So having all those price rise discussions has also been difficult for them as well.
Definitely. And then I suppose that's the same thing here. We're going into a recession,
Yeah.
and the cost of labor is very high, as we know.
Yeah.
It's hard to get people locally and that type of thing. And why would you then suggest Unleashed to someone?
Yeah, I think
how
that,
do you justify that cost?
yeah, I think when it comes to justifying costs, it all comes down to efficiency and what value add it is for the business. So for example, a really good inventory management program like Unleashed, which gives the owners ability to see the true value of their stock, what they're doing with sales, their sales data, so what products are selling more than others, understanding that information, that really gives them the opportunity to make the best decisions. So although we're in a potentially we have a recession where we have labor issues, even more so you want to know where your money's going and like the performance and efficiency of the business. And if you don't invest in software like Unleashed, then you're just not going to know those real numbers, and then you can't respond quickly. So I think that it's really important to have good systems that are efficient, that can also save money too by creating efficiencies. And just really knowing exactly where you are. So having reliable data is really important.
Yes, reliable data is important.
Yeah.
And that would probably be one of the ways that Unleashed would help you advise your clients. So if there's anything else, so how would using Unleashed have impacted your relationship with your clients in a positive way?
Yeah, I think it's helped us because the confidence that our clients have had in our services, being able to suggest products like Unleashed, means that when we're talking about things going back to stock, stock on hand value is always a difficult thing to determine. And not having programs in the past that had reliable stock on hand values meant that if you're running a profit and loss, for example, and the stock's wrong, then the conversation sort of ends. You can't really explain very much. But if you've got a reliable stock on hand value, then you know what your profit is. So we've been able to increase our the way they rely on our information and advice. And also we found that the clients that have Unleashed are using the sales data, like there's the specific Unleashed app. And I know one of our clients uses it every day to see what sales that are coming in, because you can see the incoming orders. Yeah. So they've really liked having that transparency and seeing, when they have big days, they can see the orders come in. So just their overall systems have improved. And because we've been able to help integrate and suggest Unleashed, their I guess their perspective on us is better because they feel more confidence in our advice. So if there's another add-on solution down the track for a different element of their business, like a point of sale software or maybe a timesheet management program, anything like that, they're more willing to look to us for that advice too.
Yeah, so you're building the trust in
Yeah.
the relationship so they can see that there's value for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is great. Now you've basically gone through this as well, but when your clients are using Unleashed, how does that help them to manage their business? So as you said, they can look at the dashboard and they can see the orders that are coming in. Yeah. Is there anything else that you think might be of value?
Yeah, I mean, we've explained the fact that you've got that really clear sales dashboard, which has been hugely valuable, but also just keeping track of inventory levels, reordering points has been a big one. So, and overall, really understanding, because a growing business has to reinvest in stock, especially if you're like in a product business. So often the cash flow fluctuates. So if they're constantly growing, although they might be making a lot of profit, they might not have the cash in the bank, for example, because of the growth. So being able to show clients, look, a lot of your money is tied up in stock, so we can see that live and Unleashed, and then it makes a lot of sense for them, and they can see, okay, we might be cash flow short this month, but we've just invested a huge amount of money in stock, and that makes sense. So I think having that understanding of that value live is really important.
Yeah, that's great. And then importantly, so besides advising clients about Unleashed and other add-on software, what other support would you offer your clients? So with regards to your advisory services?
Yeah, so we try and do management meetings regularly with our clients who want to have proactive advice and sort of, especially for growing businesses. So we'll sit down over Zoom or in person and go over the figures. We also, like I said, we would suggest other add-on services that might suit them. Or we also can refer people to particular grants that they might be able to get for different areas of their development they're doing. Whether that's export grants or R&D grants. So we've looked after them with that kind of stuff too. And just generally being there and available for different issues that come up, whether that's HR issues, whether it's growth related issues, hiring, maybe it's a business sale, maybe it's a business purchase. So all those kind of different elements of the business life cycle we are involved with the whole way. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add that we haven't already touched on?
Yeah, I feel like, I think we've touched on pretty much everything. I think, I'd like to see us continue to learn more about, softwares like Unleashed. And, I think as things get more and more integrated online, it's more important to try and have everything sync up and, try and make things as efficient as possible. So yeah, no, we've just really enjoyed, referring Unleashed, and we'll keep referring Unleashed to other clients in the future. And it's the Unleashed team has got really good customer support too. So I think that's credit to all of you working there, that there's never a problem that you can't solve. So it's been a pleasure to work with you guys so far.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks, Michael.